When you look at the palm of your hand, you are seeing a physical record of your potential. By systematically identifying specific markers, we can differentiate between the basic lines of daily labor and the rare signs that suggest a significant family legacy. Most creases shift as we age, but certain deeply etched grooves are associated with the fixed flow of ancestral fortune. To find them, you need clean hands, a bright flashlight to cast shadows, and a smartphone camera to zoom in on the finer details. Decoding these physical markings offers a framework to analyze your financial trajectory based on these ancient diagnostic rules. Step 1 is mapping the terrain. Angle your light across the palm so the shadows highlight the natural topography of the skin. This fleshy pad at the base of the thumb is the Mount of Venus, suggesting resources from your ancestors. Directly opposite, near the outer wrist, is the Mount of Luna, associated with wealth relying on outside influence. Now, trace the vertical line running from the base of the palm toward the middle finger. This is your fate line, representing your life path. Parallel to that, beneath the ring finger, is the sun line, linked to recognition and success. Look specifically at where the fate line begins. If it starts from inside that Venus mount, it indicates a career path fueled by family resources or inheritance. Mapping this architecture allows you to see whether the potential for wealth is self-generated or rooted in your heritage. Next, use your camera's zoom to inspect the specific geometry of the mounts. Check the creases of your thumb. We are looking for a specific shape sitting between the two main joints. An oval, closed-loop shape here is known as an island. In palmistry, this distinct mark indicates inheriting physical property. Now, look immediately under your ring finger. You are searching for a box-like formation called the sun square. This is traditionally viewed as a protective mark, suggesting a natural ability to preserve wealth rather than letting it slip away. Beneath the index finger, look for a trident shape, also known as the Jupiter trishul. This mount is linked to honor and status, meaning an inheritance here often carries a shift in social standing. Finding even one of these rare shapes identifies your hand as carrying specific indicators of a family legacy. A marking is only valid if it holds up under physical scrutiny. Press your thumb into the center of your palm. As the skin stretches, look at the quality of the line. A deep, canyon-like crevice suggests a permanent indicator of destiny. Faint or chained lines that disappear when the skin is pulled taut are often interpreted as effort lines, markers of temporary focus rather than fixed outcomes. Be careful not to mistake a shallow web of crisscrossing lines for these deep markers. A chaotic palm often reflects high-strung energy rather than a clear path to wealth. The depth of the cut acts as a gauge. Deep lines suggest an outcome is well established, while shallow ones indicate your current efforts are doing the heavy lifting. Place your hands side by side to see how these markers interact across both palms. The non-dominant hand is often viewed as the blueprint you were born with, the representation of your genetic and karmic baseline. Your dominant hand represents your current reality, the path being shaped by your active life. If a specific inheritance mark appears deeply on both hands, the tradition suggests that the potential you were born with is successfully manifesting in your current life. If the mark only appears on your non-dominant hand, it suggests a disconnect between your inherited potential and your current direction, indicating that your present path hasn't yet aligned with that specific fortune. This comparison highlights whether your current habits are moving toward your predestined inheritance or drifting away from it. You have now successfully filtered out the surface noise to identify the core markings of your heritage. By locating the ancestral mounds, the origin of your destiny lines, and those rare guardian shapes, you've identified the specific markers of family wealth. Palm markings can evolve as circumstances change, so it is helpful to re-examine these lines under bright light every few months. Sharing this process with family members can reveal whether these specific markings of wealth are consistent across your genetic line. The lines on your hand offer a map of your potential inheritance, but it is your alignment with that path that determines if you ultimately claim it.